Hi, my name is Dave. I'm your host. You're listening to the last podcast where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If this is the first time you're listening, welcome. I'm happy you found us. And if you're returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope you continue to find tips, ideas, and value from listening to this podcast. Today, I just want to talk about seizing the moment. That's right. You heard me right. Seizing the moment. And you know something, in my life a long time ago, I never really seized the moment of anything. To be honest with you, I didn't really care. But the ancient Roman poet Horace famously urged us to Carpe Diem, to seize the day. This timeless adage encapsulates the essence of seizing the moment, to be in the moment, to be in the urgency of living life to its fullest and be in that moment, the here and now. Not letting opportunities slip through our fingers, but embracing the here and now with determination and being able to do something with our lives with purpose. So you think about that, right? Seizing the moment. I want you to ask yourself, am I seizing the moment? Every day, do you get up and do you even think about, let me seize the moment, let me seize the day, let me be in the moment? Believe it or not, time flows like a river, never pausing for anyone or anything. Each moment passes, is gone, and it's gone forever, never to return. But within the precious moments of life, and the beauty of the constant flux of experiences, emotions, our connections in life and to one another, it matters. It not only matters, but we get an opportunity to do something spectacular with our lives. Now, I want you to think about that. Seizing the day, seizing the moment, right? We have an opportunity to make something spectacular happen for ourselves or either for someone else. But what stands in the way of us seizing the moment? Is it fear? Is it doubt? I'm quite sure fear and doubt often stands as barriers between us and seizing our moment or our time or our day. Fear of rejection or fear of the unknown can definitely paralyze us. I know it has in my life, preventing us from taking the risks necessary to seize the opportunities at hand. But true courage lies in acknowledging those fears and pushing past them, embracing the uncertainty in life or in that moment or in that day with a spirit of resilience and determination. Now, I wanted to start this podcast and let me just back up. I wanted to start a poetry podcast back in 2010. Why it never happened? Because I allowed fear to paralyze me. All my self-doubt, the embarrassment that I would think that I would come under, and not believing in what I was doing or even would anybody else believe that it would matter. I should have pushed past the fears and self-doubt, right? I know that's what you're saying. That's what a lot of people do today, right? But somehow that fear had gripped me unimaginable. It was fear that stopped me from even getting close to a microphone, even a microphone that was in my own house and no one can see. I still had fear. But guess what? We can push past that fear, and I'm living proof. Because last year around this time, I started this podcast. Whether anybody would listen or would anybody visit the page or anything. Last year, I finally promised myself, whatever fear I have in my life, I will push past it and I will continue to move forward. So, are you seizing the moment or are you letting fear get in your way? I would also think that, you have to be mindfulness, and you have to have a way to say to yourself, am I allowing my opportunities to pass by, or am I seizing the moments and all the opportunities that present themselves to me? Are you? I mean, only you would know At the heart of seizing the moment lies mindfulness. And sometimes if you have so many ideas that bombard you and all of this stuff is hitting you at one time, problems, people asking you questions, or so many different things happening in your life. Have you ever been in a conversation and all of a sudden your mind just kind of drifted off and you haven't heard a word the other person was saying? Perhaps somebody may even ask you, are you even listening to me? Perhaps you tried to even settle down and calm your nerves and feel your mind is constantly racing and bombarding you with ideas, thoughts, or even past conversations. Well, the reason why I'm asking you that is because that's what happened to me. I used to be in a conversation, instead of being in the here and now, or even knowing that there was an opportunity for me, I would drift off because I guess who I was ever talking to sometimes just it wasn't a conversation that I was either very interested in or I should have been, but I wasn't. And seizing the moment comes in all kinds of flavors. Believe it or not, you may have an opportunity or even about a conversation that you may not even be that interested in, but you'll hear something that may spark an idea that will move you in a direction to say, hey, you know what? I might have something to help you, or I know somebody who can help you. Right? I believe cultivating mindfulness also, we can quiet the chatter in our minds and anchor ourselves in the present moment and open ourselves up to, I guess, the richness of unfolding ideas around us, whether through meditation, deep breathing, and I've tried this. I've actually take 10 minutes out of the morning and I meditate. Or you can do whatever it is that you would normally do to quiet your mind. Simply paying attention to our surroundings sometimes, it basically gives us a feeling of serenity. It allows us to fully engage with the opportunities that present themselves to us in that day. So I want you to think about this. Why I say mindfulness and take moments out of your day and just settle your mind and think, because sometimes you could be in a conversation and you are by yourself replaying that conversation and say, wow, I didn't even realize they said that. You know what? I know what I'm going to do from here on out. But you were still not fully engaged in that conversation and you might have missed an opportunity. So, yeah, seizing the moment and seizing the day, it's all about making things happen for you. But it's not about just sitting back and saying, I'm going to seize the moment, and I'm going to wait for something to happen. No. I'm going to wait for an opportunity to come knocking. No. We live in reality, right? So it's about actively trying to create them. Actively trying to create an opportunity either for yourself or someone else, because sometimes it's not all about you. We can uncover hidden possibilities and forge new paths forward by fostering curiosity, our creativity, and having an open-mind approach to the things that are around us and the things that are in our lives, whether it's pursuing our passion or starting a new project or anything of that nature, or even simply just reaching out to someone new. Seizing the moment means taking proactive steps to shape our destiny, and that is what we're talking about. Seizing the day, seizing the moment, being present in that moment, being fully aware of what's going on and being fully engaged. And sometimes in doing so, we also have to take a moment to really be fully engaged and just listen. Just be there for the person who is having a conversation with us by listening. And we may, we're so quick to say, oh, wow, I'm sorry to hear that. But you know what? Sometimes it's just easier to say, hey, look, I can't even imagine you going through that. Wow, I'm glad you told me. Is there anything I could do for you? I'm here. I'm here for you. Sometimes that's all people need. But in the grand scheme of our existence, hey, each moment is a thread waiting to be woven into a fabric of our lives. Seizing the moment, seizing the day is an opportunity to pick up the needle and craft something beautiful for yourself. Embrace the nature and time and make the most of every precious moment you are given. Hey, that's pretty much all I got for you today. If I can impart any simple nugget today, is about let us seize the moment, right? And let our lives be the testament to the power of living fully, passionately, and without regret. If you want to take it to the next level and you're a spiritual person, why not tap into the endless reservoir of God's power and transform your life like never before? My name is Dave. You're listening to the last podcast. Don't forget to like this, share it, and subscribe. I thank you for listening and wish you prosperity, good health, and joy. And I'll see you soon. So long.